Angry Guy here. And as the era of the strong, empowered woman fades, women want soft girl lives. As the era of the strong, empowered woman fades, women want soft girl lives. What is soft girl lives? Basically, they want easy lives, lives where they can stay at home, they can basically have free time to do what they want to do, and the man basically provides for them. However, they still don't. What they things like cooking and cleaning are still things not that they don't want to do, but they want to have all of their needs met, and they want to have the freedom to live however they choose to. So basically, they want traditionalism without being traditional women. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into this video, and I want you to basically hear what some of these women are saying, because a lot of these women are not happy with the fact that a lot of the password bros are now walking away from society and going overseas and forming families and starting new lives over there, and they're not happy about that. We're going to go ahead and jump into this video because many of these women are complaining that the men should be staying in the country and instead leveling up so they can give them those soft girl lives.
Because at that point, you're not a partner, you're a liability.
A contentious take, if I can. I think the standards that American women accept are much lower for their relationships than the standards that international women have. This is not a dig at American women. I love my sisters. It's just to say that international women's standards are way higher. I have a theory on that. Speaking from a Ukrainian background, I think women kind of play a role. They're okay with taking on the domestic duties, rearing of the children, but also still having educations and professions. That means that the men also take on a role and a character, and that is the role of a provider. Bills paid, education for kids covered, house running, bills are paid. I have never seen a Ukrainian woman ask her man for money. She puts her hand out, and that's all he needs to hear. It's like this interesting quiet power where like she acts like the domestic goddess and she does all the things. The house is clean, the food is made, but women in Ukraine run shit. And these passport bros, when they go to these countries, they're shocked by the fact that they wanted a partner who's 50-50, who's a domestic goddess, and bills are paid. Like, boo-boo, you cannot have it both ways.
I wanted to find this comment.
So you know what's really intriguing? The experiences that they're providing are not the experiences of the passport bros. What they're saying are things that they're just making up. They're making these things up. So who are they speaking to? They're speaking to the orbiters. They're speaking to the guys that help pay their bills. They're speaking to the guys that pay their phone bills, help them pay their rent, that take them out for meals and provide for them. They're speaking to those guys. All right. They're basically letting those guys don't ever think about doing what those bad passport bros have done, because if you do that, then there are going to be consequences. What these women are doing is they are basically trying to avoid ever letting more men, especially specifically the men who orbit them, leave that orbit, because those guys are their safety net. Let's be very clear. All right? They're well aware that plan B, plan C, plan D, all of these are their safety net. They're their safety net just in case things don't work out. All right? Plan B is that is the choice that women are all the women are basically looking out for, because plan A are the billionaires, guys who make tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars, guys that are 6, 7 top athletes in the world. Those are the plan A guys. Plan B guys are the guys making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or even millions of dollars a year, and that are 6 feet tall and have influence and so forth. But those are the Plan B guys. Plan C guys are the guys making like 70 grand a year, and Plan D guys are the guys making like $30,000 to $40,000 a year. And they basically say, well, you know what? Plan D guys are there just in case, they're in the worst of state. They can turn to a Plan D guy. Plan D guy will at least give them a roof over their head, will pay their phone bill, provide them with food, the basic necessities of living, and they can use that to get themselves to a point where they can then transition to a plan B guy. Or if that's not an option and they still need more work to do on themselves, then they can go over to the C guy, and the C guy that makes her 70,000, that'll be their come up guy, because that guy can help to fill up their bank account, put some money in their bank account. That guy can help to get them back on their feet. And then once they're back on their feet, then they can go and find the plan B guy who's there, who's going to build them up, and he's going to set them up for life. So then they can then transition to the next stage of their life. This is really what they're about. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, never miss another video again, and also like the video because it tells YouTube you enjoy my content and you want to see more of it. So they'll show you more of it. All right? I mean, literally, guys, as the era of the strong, empowered woman fades, women want these soft girl lives. They want easy lives. They don't want to have to go into the office anymore. They've already done that. They've had their career adventure, and what they're doing is they're making sure by putting these videos on TikTok that they're letting these orbiters that are around them know that you don't ever think about doing what the Passport Bros have done, or there's going to be consequences. We're not going to sit by idly and allow you guys to take our money away, because whatever is yours, you have to remember what's theirs is theirs, but what's yours is also theirs. And that's the way they view it. Let's continue watching this.
Because it speaks to such a salient point that lots of people have been making different forms and variations of. A lot of people from African backgrounds and Asian backgrounds who have been seeing this video and have been engaging in the discourse around this whole thing, right, have said, these passport bros ain't ready. African women have been saying it from the minute the passport bros started becoming a thing. They were like, you passport bros are not ready because you are saying you will find a woman in one of these countries because you believe that we're living in such squalor over here that we don't know a standard, that we think you just being basic here will floor everybody, as if we don't know what true financial stability looks like, as if we don't know what a man holding it down looks like. Like, the Africans and Asians in this discourse have already said, when these women's families come and slap you over the head with dowry, you will faint. You're not ready for bride price. You're not ready. Because real talk, these passport bros, thinking that they can just come into these global south countries, these developing countries, these poor nations, and just floor everybody with their middling salaries and think that they can just do sex tourism here and, it'll be easier to date here and find somebody to marry here because they don't expect as much, are in for such a rude awakening. And we're already beginning to see it. And also, just as an aside, if you are really planning on going abroad to a different country to court somebody, please conduct the barest minimum of research as to the culture into which you're entering and what it's like to court somebody in that culture. Because that man who was saying he expected somebody to pay 50-50 while being a stay-at-home wife and mother, he went to Morocco. He didn't realize that in Morocco, you cannot ask a woman into your hotel room if you ain't married. He didn't realize you can't be hugging and kissing on somebody you're just courting in public. He didn't realize you couldn't do all of that one. So, we say all of this to say, guys, at least do the barest minimum of research, because you think you're getting a sweetheart deal running away from Western women. But what they don't realize how much they have passively benefited from feminist work and feminist praxis. And it's particularly dangerous because they have not cared to unpack all of their patriarchal thinking and their toxic masculinity and their misogyny. Because you can't be looking for a traditional woman and then date somebody and ask them into your hotel room.
Like and subscribe for more.
It's so intriguing, guys. This is what men are dealing with. And you have to understand that, there's a saying, an empty pot makes the most noise. And as we're watching the era of the strong empowered woman fade, you're going to see more of these women coming out and making these statements and with this attitude, because they realize, they see the writing on the wall, they don't like it, and they're going to do everything possible to delay as much as they can. And the truth is, this is not going to do anything. It's just like the mouse utopia. The men are leaving. The men are leaving the society that has become convoluted and no longer serve the purpose for them. And they're spreading across the globe. And what they're going to do is form new communities and ultimately new societies. That's how it ultimately works. I mean, what do you guys think about this? As the era of the strong, empowered woman fades, women want soft girl lives, but they're not going to get those lives. That they're not. Men are going to find women in other countries who like to clean, like to cook, enjoy, and have true, real femininity. They were raised with femininity. It is a part of their very being, their essence. They're going to find these women. They're going to marry them. They're going to have children. They're going to form families. There's so many pastor bros on my channel that talk about how they've been married for 20 years. They've been with their partner for so long, and they're so happy, and they want to share that with the world because they see what's happening in Western society, and they want other men to know that there is hope out there and that they don't have to have this view of the world that there's no hope. This is something that's specifically isolated to Western countries. And again, you have to understand that the women that are making these videos, these TikToks, and saying these things, it's meant to scare men. It's meant to scare the orbiters, because those orbiters, those are their come up guys. Those are their build up guys. Those are the guys. Those are the guys that are there when they're in desperation. That's their safety net, and they will do anything and say anything to make sure that that safety net is there for them. Let me know what you guys think regarding this, because guys, it's not going to change. It's only going to continue, and it's going to accelerate as we watch the global economy take a downturn, and as more women enter their 30s and well into their 40s and say that, yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to be working anymore. I'm not going to live this life. Are you looking for a Christian Filipina partner who shares your faith and values? If so, you should check out Christian Filipina, the most trusted dating site for men and women who want to find love and marriage in the Philippines. Christian Filipina has helped thousands of couples meet and start their journey together. You can join for free and browse through thousands of profiles of beautiful and sincere Filipinas who are ready to connect with you. Click the link below in my description and sign up today using my special affiliate code. You won't regret it. What do you think about this, guys? The era of the strong, empowered woman has set, and women now want soft girl lives, and they will do and say anything to get them. Let me know what you think regarding this in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.